Welcome to LC Screen Talk. My name is Larry, and this is my review of Unsane. Acclaimed director Steven Soderbergh is back with what looked to be a pretty exciting psychological thriller. Being a horror thriller fan, I was excited to see this film. It looked very intriguing and right up my alley, honestly. But I have to say, upon seeing it, I have very mixed feelings about what I just watched. So let's go ahead and kick things off with the positives, the biggest of which being Miss Claire Foy in our lead role. I think she is fantastic in this movie. She gives such a great, deep, layered, wonderful performance. This is like powerhouse level performance for me. This is the defining female thriller performance, probably of the whole year. We'll see, of course, but it's great. I think she really just runs the gambit here, and it is on her strength that the film is elevated to a whole new level. And she's in nearly every single frame of the film, sometimes the only thing in the frame of the film. I mean, she really does the heavy lifting for this movie and sells a good portion of the thrills, of the emotions, of everything you're feeling here. I also love the underlying messages of the film. One that goes along perfectly with the Me Too movement that we're a part of, about having yourself be heard. And it also tells a little bit darker of a woman's tale as an allegory for women's tales out here in the real world. And I thought that was very sophisticatedly done. I also think the dialogue is very good. It's the strong point of the script, because there's also a very weak point of the script as well. But the dialogue itself was fantastic, and to Steven Soderbergh's credit, it's thrilling. Through the entire film, it really is tension-filled, and you're along for an ultimately crazy ride. So there is a lot to really like here, but unfortunately there's also a lot that I did not like at all. First of all, I don't know why this was filmed on an iPhone. It really didn't need to be filmed on an iPhone, and it cheapened the entire experience. The cinematography and the look of this movie just in general, I thought was horrible. It just looked bad. It looked bad. The lighting was terrible in this movie. The frame selection, how he set up the frames, did not look good. And ultimately, just the video quality was not good. And there was no reason for it. If this was shot professionally, you would have lost none of the emotional, thrilling aspects of the film. It just would have elevated the whole film. And then we get to the end of this movie, and not only is the end pretty cliched, but the end shot is horrible. Like, it literally looks straight ripped out of a B-graded college project. Like, it just, I mean, it looked bad. So, and I don't really give kudos to Steven Soderbergh for trying something different, because it's been done, and Tangerine did it better. And there was no reason for it. Like, it wasn't an artistic decision. It was just a decision, and a poor one at that. I also have a lot of problems with the storytelling itself. So the dialogue in the script, top-notch, really good stuff. But when we get to the storytelling aspects, there are a whole lot of jumps. There are a whole lot of cliches. And there's just a whole lot of plot holes. And I just found myself being like, but wait, that doesn't make any sense. No legit hospital would do that. But how did this person get out from this room and get to where they are now? Why wouldn't this person do this? None of this actually makes any kind of logical sense. So once you start evaluating anything that's happening here, it all just kind of falls apart at the seams, because it's not constructed all that well from a storytelling perspective. And my other big negative is it just wasn't really what I anticipated and what, honestly, I was hoping to get myself into. So this is maybe a slight spoiler. So if you don't want to know any spoilers, you can go ahead and skip ahead like a minute in this video and come back. But what I was hoping for was a Shutter Island kind of feel, was that type of film where we are constantly guessing back and forth. Is she crazy? Is she sane? Is she crazy? Not knowing if she's seeing what she's seeing. But that's answered for us pretty early on, like straight up answered within the script. And honestly, I had no doubt from the beginning. So I'm not going to ruin it further from there. So it's not really a spoiler, but in case you want to go in completely fresh, that's not really the movie we're given. We're given something much more straightforward. So overall, it is a thrilling, tense movie that has the elements of like gore and suspense that you're hoping from a psychological thriller. However, it's very uncomfortable to watch from some of the situations that we're put into, and just the overall underlying message toward like this allegory for women that is very uncomfortable actually to sit through. And it's not very good looking, and there's a whole lot of jumps and leaps in the storytelling. So I'm going to go ahead and give Unsane a rental. If you are into psychological thrillers and the trailers have looked somewhat appealing to you, if you're a fan of Steven Soderbergh, I think you'll find things to enjoy here. But honestly, the film quality is just so poor, I wouldn't even really recommend seeing it at a matinee price. It will look just fine and pretty much exactly the same if you watch it on a tablet, on your iPhone, or on your home TV screen. If thrillers aren't your jam, then honestly, I think you could skip this one. It doesn't offer a whole lot new. Maybe just watch it for Claire Foy's wonderful performance. So, that is my review of Unsane. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead, click like down below, and subscribe to the channel so you are always up to date on our latest videos. Also, join in on the discussion. Are you excited to see Unsane? Or have you already seen it? If you have, let me know your thoughts either in the comment section, or you can hit me up on Twitter. I love you all so much for your support. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!